There's something comforting about repeating the same rituals year after year. It's probably why holiday traditions stick with us. Experts say the predictability makes people happy. And what better showcase than the holidays, from festive to fruitcake? Our centerpiece looks at a long-standing Christmas tradition in Southwest Florida. It started more than a half-century ago, with local ladies cooking up a feast for the eyes.
This room is right on theme. This is where they use the Harlequin, a lot of glitz in Mackenzie Childs, very whimsical, a lot of black and white, red and gold.
Then think of all the traditions that revolve around food. There's a long list of eats we only enjoy during the holidays, making them flavors of the month.
It's all about the food traditions, really. I mean, people come into the market and it brings them back when they start smelling certain bakery goods that you make only during the holidays.
And if nuts are your thing, how about a heapin' helpin' of the Nutcracker, a holiday ballet that's too good to pass up. We'll have those stories along with the latest in our Positively Healthy Medical series. I'm Amy Osher, and this is Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. Thanks for joining us. It's the mother of all Christmas displays, maybe the grandmother, actually. Generations have enjoyed touring Holiday House in Fort Myers. The homes have changed, the styles have changed, but the spirit remains the same. Strung with lights and dressed to the nines, there's no place like home for the holidays. For 62 years now, Holiday House has been a welcome sight for people in Southwest Florida.
It started in 1956 and 57. At the time, my mother was the president of Women's Community Club, and it was her idea to start Holiday House.
Her mother's legacy, the tradition of Holiday House, is beautifully wrapped in Sue Bennett Grimes' memory.
It was a project that she'd thought of, and it was basically for the members and their guests, and it was to show them how, in different ways, that they could decorate their homes.
This grand undertaking started in private homes before moving to the Edison Winter Estate, then to its current location at the historic Langford, Kingston, and Burroughs homes in Fort Myers. Many of the founding families are still involved.
What's really fun about this is we use members from all generations. So some rooms will have daughters, grandchildren, grandmothers, and they all get together for first weekend in December, decorate these homes, spend time together.
Angela Brandt serves as president of the Fort Myers Women's Community Club.
Well, each year the president's given the opportunity to pick the theme. I picked Mistletoe Magic based on Mackenzie Childs, who is my favorite artist. And the women then are given creative freedom to do what they want with the rooms. This room is right on theme. This is where they use the Harlequin, a lot of glitz in Mackenzie Childs, very whimsical, a lot of black and white, red and gold.
Holiday House is the club's gift to the city.
And all of the money that we raise here goes back to the historic renovation of these beautiful homes, so it costs the taxpayer nothing.
As visitors walk the halls of these historic homes, rooms come to life with holiday spirit.
Some women have been doing the same rooms for many, many years, while new members are given rooms when other ladies retire.
Thousands will pass through in a little more than 2 weeks' time, soaking in the scenery and filling up with Christmas cheer, much like the days when Sue's mother hosted.
And she would always greet, and when she would greet people, she always stood on the porch at the Edison Estate, and I can still see her. She was always dressed in her finery, and always in a white dress with her fur, and it was always welcome to Holiday House.
While styles have changed along with color schemes, even the makeup of Southwest Florida, Old Fort Myers pageantry will always be preserved here and on display. There's a lot to savor over the holidays, with recipes rolled out for special occasions only. The rest of the time, they remain sweet memories. It's no secret the way to someone's heart is through their belly. Traditional treats feed into our nostalgia around the holidays.
It's all about the food traditions, really. I mean, people come into the market and it brings them back when they start smelling certain bakery goods that you make only during the holidays.
DeRomo's Gourmet Market is built on tradition. Their Italian goodie baskets are extremely hot this time of year.
And actually, we were setting up a display for you, and they sold before the cameras went on.
Owner Francis Como says they make loads of Christmas classics, starting with strufala.
We have strufala, which are handmade dough balls, thousands and thousands of them. And basically, they're made with a special family recipe. We fry them, and we let them cool, and then we dip them in honey, and we put sprinklers on them.
And what happy meal would be complete without a Yule log? Yep, they make them. What is a Yule log?
Oh my God, it's amazing. You know, it's chocolates and made with different cookies inside and rolled up with a cake, with a custard and a cream in the middle. And then of course it's got a chocolate fudge type, and then it's decorated for Christmas, and then it's cut.
In fact, they make just about everything on your Christmas wish list.
Everything here is made homemade on the premises by our hands. We are the machines.
Traditional cookies and pastries are lined up in the bakery case. Visions of sugar sweet enough to make your eyes glaze over.
Chocolate cookie dipped in dark chocolate with peppermint.
They expect to sell more than 1,000 cookie trays the week of Christmas, with dozens of kinds to choose from. Okay, if I was on a diet and I could only try one, which one should I try?
So you wouldn't eat any more? Huh? Everything I think that you would eat out of here, you would want more.
They're always tinkering with flavors, rolling out new recipes, along with the tried and true. So this is where the magic happens?
This is where all the magic happens in the bakery world.
This month, DeRomo's is premiering a chocolate peppermint biscotti to add to its Christmas offerings.
And we roll it in sugar as the garnish. And then later we will drizzle dark chocolate with crushed peppermint candy on it.
But it wouldn't be a Christmas kitchen if it wasn't turning out a few of the season's most iconic eats.
We do fruit cakes.
Traditional, yes, it's also an acquired taste.
You know, not everybody likes fruit cake. It's just a traditional item, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And old school, old school.
But the panettones, that's where it's at.
It's like a fruit cake, but much lighter and cakier.
It's one of the few items they import direct from Europe. Panettones come in a variety of flavors.
With fruit, with raisins, plain, there's probably 30 different types of panettones.
When it comes to just desserts, maybe fruitcake shaming is a little nutty. Winnie Carrillo says it's part of her family's feast. But do you all really do the fruitcake?
Yes, we do.
Do you like fruitcake?
It would depend. If it's my grandma's recipe, I would do it. But here they do sell delicious fruitcakes too.
Whatever your taste, a little Christmas eye candy helps us feel festive.
I think food plays a big part in holidays and traditions. It always has.
A Mouse King, a Sugar Plum Fairy, Tin Soldiers, and more. Unlikely characters that are part of a huge holiday classic. A two-act ballet that people are just nutty for. Maybe it's the added boost from Disney's new feature film reimagining the Nutcracker Tale, or visions of ballerina Misty Copeland taking the stage, or because it's December. But the much-loved holiday fixture is taking center stage in cities across America. In fact, by some estimates, the Nutcracker is not only a big crowd pleaser, but a huge moneymaker as well. Major American ballet companies reportedly generate more than 40% of their annual revenue courtesy of Nutcracker performances. Daily News arts and culture reporter Harriet Hidehouse says Southwest Florida is no different.
We say we live in a nutty world, so let's roll with that. There are at least 5 different productions of the Nutcracker in town over the next month. Read about them in Friday's 239 magazine or online.
Log on to naplesnews.com to find out more about Southwest Florida shows, including a pair of performances featuring the Moscow Ballet on stage with local dancers. When we come back, a traditional art form is bringing people together. That story is coming up. But first, leaving a little something for Santa. Different takes around the world.
Life here is amazing, and so is the joint care. At the Total Joint Center at Physicians Regional Healthcare System, we've changed the experience of joint replacement for good. With our comprehensive joint care program, most hip and knee replacement patients return home in just 2 days, because we know you want to get on with your active life. Pain-free living starts at Physicians Regional Medical Center, Collier Boulevard, and Physicians Regional Medical Center, Pine Ridge.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA Triple Check Insurance Review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA Triple Check today.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida. And now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now 2 locations to serve you.
As more people explore the connection between what they eat and how they feel, it's led to an increase in talk of celiac disease. With all that interest, there's also a lot of misconception. Here's the latest in this week's Positively Healthy.
Celiac disease is actually something that you hear about a lot right now. It only affects less than 1% of the population, so it's not nearly as common as it's talked about.
Increase in awareness of celiac has many people eliminating gluten from their diet. An autoimmune disorder, celiac disease, is an intolerance to gluten, a common protein found in wheat, rye, and barley, and it can damage the small intestine.
It flattens it so you can't absorb properly, and it changes how the small bowel is. When you stop eating gluten, the small bowel goes back to normal.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Alexandra Gray says many cases of celiac are self-diagnosed, rather misdiagnosed.
I have a lot of patients come in and they say, oh, I think I have celiac disease because every time I eat pasta, I get bloated and uncomfortable and I get diarrhea. There is a thing called gluten sensitivity where patients do not have the true disease of celiac disease.
Truth is, there's a simple screening to positively identify the condition.
Often we can do a quick blood test to rule that out. Primary doctors as well as gastroenterologists will do that, but a lot of people think that they have celiac disease when they just might have eaten a big carb diet and had some bloating and some other issues.
Instead of taking the test, a lot of people make assumptions and drop gluten from their diet.
There's actually studies that show doing a completely gluten-free diet when you don't have celiac disease can lead to deficiencies in other vitamins. You miss out on a lot of the fiber, and a high-fiber diet is one of the most proven benefits for the GI tract. It lowers your cholesterol, and it prevents you from developing obesity and maintaining a good weight.
The bottom line, you're not doing yourself any favors by cutting out gluten unless it's medically necessary. But you could, in fact, be missing out by shortchanging your food intake.
So when you cut out gluten in your diet, you miss out on a lot of those whole grains. So I, tend to be selective in my patients and telling them when you should avoid wheat.
A Naples man has turned tiny creatures into a tradition of giving. He's gotten pretty handy with paper folding. Andrew Atkins brought us this story in the Daily News. The ancient art of origami always appealed to Dave Cornelesi. He started making paper cranes back in high school. Fast forward a few years, and this fancy folder and former Vietnam War veteran is retired with a bit more time on his hands. Cornelesi gives his origami critters to strangers as a gesture of peace and love.
It's fun for me to try to make people smile. I try to tell jokes, and I'm not that funny. So paper animals are a good way because just about everybody smiles when they get them. And I think only twice in my lifetime I've had people say no thank you to a paper animal. I can understand that. You have a stranger approaching you in the supermarket and saying, hey, I just want to make you smile today, and they look at you like they don't believe it. But it's for the most part, I mean, I've been doing this for so long. I used to cut my own paper. Now I found that Michael's has actual origami paper, and I've given out somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 paper animals in my lifetime.
Over the years, he added to his collection of colorful creatures, crafting a handful of critters from bunnies to birds, even an octopus, made entirely of carefully creased paper. And here's a look at a few more stories we're covering on The Beat.
Thanks, Amy. Hi, I'm Shelby Reynolds. I'm the food writer at the Naples Daily News. This week I sat down to interview the executive chef at Agave to learn more about his background and inspiration. Chef Jim Sleep is a native of Holland, but he grew up in New York City working as a dishwasher and line cook. Eventually, his culinary career took him all over the United States, touring for the Zac Brown Band and Penske Racing. Now he's in the kitchen at Agave, cooking up Mexican dishes that are inspired by fresh, local ingredients. Read more about the story in Wednesday's Naples Daily News or online at naplesnews.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Collins, features reporter here at the Naples Daily News. This past week, I got a behind-the-scenes look at the Night Lights event at Naples Botanical Garden, which started earlier this month and runs through January 3rd. It's basically an event that has started ever since the garden opened 9 years ago and lights up the garden at night so families can go and really see the plants and the flowers and the trees. Organizers say there will be more musical performances during the event, as well as more lights. So for more on this story and to check out some photos from this year's event, visit naplesnews.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Mills with USA Today Network Florida. This week we're publishing the third installment of our series looking at the quality of care at Florida's nursing homes. In this installment we're looking at cases where the Department of Children and Families verified that a nursing home patient's death was due to neglect or mistreatment, and we're checking to see what the Agency for Healthcare Administration did to regulate the nursing homes. In most of these cases, we're finding that ACA did very little in terms of regulating them, finding them, sometimes even investigating, not investigating them. So you can check it out online or in today's Naples Daily News or the News Press.
Hi, my name is Brittany Carloni and I'm a reporter with the Banner and the Naples Daily News. This week I wrote about a new candidate who has filed to run in Estero's March 2019 Village Council elections. 38-year-old Jeremy Jasper has filed to run in District 7 against current Councilman Jim Wilson. The District 7 seat covers gated communities on East Corkscrew Road. Read more about the March 2019 Estero elections in Saturday's edition of the Banner and online at naplesnews.com.
I'm Harriet Heithouse, arts and entertainment writer for the Naples Daily News and naplesnews.com. I'm rushing, like many of you, to the completion of my Christmas and holiday shopping, but not before I took some time to be a bell ringer for the Salvation Army, and it's amazing what you can learn behind the bell. Read about it in today's Naples Daily News and naplesnews.com.
It's our tradition to feature a Brent Batten commentary each week, and this week's no different. Brent?
Thanks, Amy. One of the best parts of the Christmas season is opening presents. One of the worst parts is opening packages. There's a difference. Presents come in wrapping paper held together with Scotch tape. At most, there might be a ribbon and a bow holding it all together. Packages come in dense cardboard, immune to all but the sharpest box cutter, reinforced with twist ties and covered in the sort of tape that turns that sharp box cutter into a butter knife. Opening presents gives you a warm rush of excitement. Opening packages gives you a warm rush of your own blood. I'm convinced packaging is designed by mad scientists, evil geniuses scheming to keep people from enjoying their purchases. Some of the greatest leaps forward in these schemes have been in the field of plastics. We now have plastic CD cases so strong you have to pound them with a hammer to get inside. There's soft plastic bubble covering that can only be removed by sheet metal shears and a blowtorch. Complex anchoring systems hold products in place even after you've opened the box and removed the contents. There's nothing sadder at Christmas than a child with a new toy who breaks it trying to pull it free from its base. Many products have instructions for assembly. These days, they should also have instructions for how to open the package. There should be a warning on the box. Adult assembly required. Adult opening, too. The evil packaging scientists have wormed their way into the snack and beverage world as well. Bottles of water almost dare you to figure out how to open their flip top. Potato chips fly in all directions when you finally open the easy open bag. So, If you're thinking about getting me anything this Christmas, please give me a present, not a package. I'm Brent Batten. Be sure to read my columns on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays in the Naples Daily News. Check me out on Facebook, and as always, thanks for watching.
Coming up from our holiday style file, ways to deck your halls. That's ahead on Behind the Headlines.
The area's only 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting for the care you need. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. Only at Physicians Regional Healthcare System.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA triple check insurance review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA triple check today.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida. And now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
Hiring the right moving company is important. Best Moving and Storage is a family-owned and operated business serving Southwest Florida for over 22 years. From our free in-home estimate until the last piece of furniture is in your new place or stored in our climate-controlled warehouse, we treat you like family. Best Moving and Storage is fully licensed and insured, with all of our employees being certified drivers and packers. When it comes to protecting your treasured belongings, choose a company that's experienced and trustworthy. Call Best Moving and Storage today at 239-592-6565.
If you're still in need of some holiday inspiration, a Naples floral designer has ideas to spruce up your look.
Welcome to the You Bloom Flower Bar. This is a concept that is new to Naples. It is a do-it-yourself design studio where you become the florist.
Like everything else, holiday decorating is going DIY, adding a personal touch with something made by hand.
People love to make their own centerpieces for the holidays.
The smaller things and the non-major arrangement things I can handle.
A mix of flowers and fruit. It's a small part of Carolyn Winan's holiday home.
I just got a brand new tree and a pre-lit one this year. And I'm doing garland around the living room. I have a beautiful piano that I'll be draping it along. A lot of bowls of ornaments around, bud vases, arrangements, etc. placed throughout.
And no one does it better than floral artist Stephen Bowles, known for his dazzling displays.
Precious metals are huge. Every year they always recreate silver and they recreate gold, but this year we're seeing that trend more. For Christmas ornaments, it's huge, very huge, and they're mixing them all together.
The trendiest designs are festive and fresh. Arctic is still going strong, but a new color palette is breaking through.
Also this year we have the gray trend, grays mixed with pastel pink, mixed with a soft pearl.
Creating a snowy look helps Floridians get in the spirit.
This year I went with an all-white tree with some flocked branches.
Crafting a winter wonderland indoors.
Using the ice crystals that they have on the faux greenery. That's a very popular trend this year.
We asked Stephen for help creating a Christmas setting.
A lot of these items you might already have at your house.
Starting with a gold tone candelabra gives your table a polished look.
And then we have the gold votive candles down here, which pick up the light from the glass.
Here's the same candelabra served with a twist.
It's just taking a floral spray and winding it around your candelabra just to give it a little pop, a little jazz.
Another option is perfect for DIYers.
This is something very easy that you can make. I've taken apples, put the picks on them, and just place them inside.
Add ribbon, branches, and bling, and you have a perfect Pinterest picture. You have all the inspirations we talked about. You have the earthy, natural element.
Yes.
You've got the gray, you've got the mixed metals. So you kind of tied it all into one thing?
Right, right. It's just all about being creative.
Designer inspired or straight from the heart, there's no right or wrong and no place like home for the holidays.
This is a one time in all year that you can go all out, you can just throw everything out you want. The whole house can be all Christmas and no one's going to talk about you because people get it, people understand.
The first White House Christmas tree was decorated with candles and toys, courtesy of President Benjamin Harrison. That was in the late 1800s. In the years since, the first family's trimmings have become a thing. In keeping with tradition, this year's theme is American Treasures, designed by Melania Trump. That does it for us. As always, thank you for making us part of your day. You can always catch up on past editions by logging on to naplesnews.com. On the homepage, scroll down to Quick Links and select Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. See you back here next week.